pack feels so light. Did I forget something? Welcome to the Tiadaghton State Forest here in Pennsylvania and the beginning of the Navel Run Loop. Now this is a smaller section, a little piece of the Black Forest Trail. We will be touching upon the Black Forest Trail a little bit here, but not today. Well, we might get to it today. I do have a summer adventure planned here on the Black Forest Trail, and I'm looking forward to that. So I don't really want to get on the Black Forest Trail so much, but we're going to use some of it to piece together this Navel Run Loop here and maybe see some other sites. We'll see what this adventure brings. Just parked right back there on Route 44. You could come in on the Slate Run side, but I decided to come on this side. I just wanted to dive right into the Navel Run. We're in store for some waterfalls today and a few campsites as we get closer to the Black Forest Trail. And maybe I'll discover some here on the Navel Run Trail. Well, being the beginning of the season, this trip is a lot of trial and error with the gear I have. Make sure I'm set up for the year. And I have another trip planned this weekend coming up. So it's going to be some testing with the tent here, and then I'll be doing some shelter testing with some friends. And then I'll have about a week layover then with another probably 3-day trip I'll be doing for probably the last time I'm going to really dial in my gear to get set up for my big long trip, which is planned in the middle of May. So from Route 44 back there, we're heading east onto the Navel Run Trail. The trail's going to start out with a pretty good descent down into Navel Run. Actually, all this water I've been walking by is actually draining down into Navel Run. And hopefully, like I said, we're going to see some pretty nice waterfalls because the water's probably flowing pretty good this time of year. And we're going to be looking for a camp sometime between here and the Black Forest Trail, if not around that area. So not a lot of miles planned today. Most of the miles are going to be going tomorrow, which is going to be another beautiful day. Greens just pop more this time of year, you know, when it's starting to get green against all this brown. There's about 5 switchbacks we're coming down here. It probably makes it about four times longer than it needs to be, but boy, it's pretty easy. It's a pretty easy grade. Coming up here would take some time just because of the length of it, but compared to some of the climbs on the Black Forest Trail, this isn't bad. This stream I'm actually walking next to, you're starting to hear over here, isn't even Navel Run yet. That's flowing into Navel Run. I have about 2 more switchbacks to go before we get down to the bottom here. It's a nice warm-up pace coming down here. Nice warm-up. Welcome to Navel Run. After a pretty decent climb down, we're at the bottom after 5 switchbacks. Lovely down here. This has been incredible. Hiking along this. We're actually getting pretty close to the Black Forest Trail here. And I think that's where Navel Run Falls are located. Right in front of me, freaking porcupine. He started bringing his quills up to me. He's not even moving. So I'm moving just in time. Blends right in with the environment there. It's like he's messing with me. I'm just keeping my distance. He won't get off the trail. He doesn't want to cross the stream, and I don't want to cross the stream, I guess. And I guess he doesn't want to go up that hill either. Yeah, I'm talking about you. It's kind of funny when he turns around to look at me. Look at him just waddle. Beautiful stream here to walk next to. But I don't want to be dodging porcupine quills coming at me here, so I'll just let him do his own thing. And pretty soon here, Black Forest Trail is going to meet up with us, and he's going to go one way and I'm going to go the other. I hope. Look, now he's moving off the trail again. Yeah, use that log and get across there. Do it. Ah! There you go. There you go. Well, you have a good night, sir. Enjoy the warm weather. Come on, man. The last time I was talking to you, I stumbled upon him. Now I was looking straight ahead. I probably would have saw him the same time that I saw him without the camera in my face, you know? But, well, we got to do a little stream crossing here. I'll come to my first nice campsite here. And I'll just check the map and see where I am with Black Forest Trail. I don't think I've crossed it yet, but there's a red marker I was following for a multi-purpose trail. I don't see Black Forest around here, which is blazed orange. Yep, I do now. Up there looks like where the intersection is, across this stream here. I wonder if there's a quick way to cross. Maybe right here. Okay. That one log there was a bit hairy, but I got across it. I don't think I'll attempt to go by it again, unless I really want to camp here. But I might say goodbye to that because I don't know if I want to cross that again. I think the falls might be up here. If not, we can go off trail here and just follow Navel Run. And the orange blazes start right here. And right here is where the Black Forest Trail is going to come down from that way or either go up that way. We're going to continue on the Navel Run loop here though. It's also part of the Black Forest Trail. From this point until, I don't know when, maybe till tomorrow. But there's multiple routes up here we can be doing, and I may change it. There's some nice little trails tucked in around here that aren't the Black Forest Trail, you know? Yeah, we're getting above Navel Run now. And I think there might be a pretty nice looking waterfall up here. And I'm hoping to find a pretty cool campsite. And this being a Tuesday, even though it's just like prime, everybody's like excited to go out hiking weather, I think I should be pretty good having this area to myself. I see a little campsite down there. It might be flat for a 10. I see a nice hidden rock though, right along Navel Run. I'm gonna keep that on my radar. I still don't see the waterfall. I see a little one right there. I think that's Navel Run Falls there in front of us. You can see it just disappears into the abyss there. That would be cool if there's a camp right around there. Let's go check it out. Now, I know I've been there before. Can't remember too much. There was a camp. I don't think there's going to be a camp down here. No, just straight to the water. Looks like that camp back there that I passed was my best bet on Navel Run here. Here we are at a permit required campsite here. I decided to jump off the Black Forest Trail and come over onto, I think it's called Pine Creek Trail, maybe it's Pine Trail, but basically we're heading over to Callahan Run Trail. I think I'll find some nice campsites on that trail. So I decided just to have a lunch here. Now I'm good to go, all setting up camp and everything. We'll have like a late dinner. Lovely spots to sit here though. I decided to forego the picnic table and just sat right here and had lunch. I mean, it doesn't have the nicest, flattest spots for a tent, but I tell you what, to come down here and put a hammock up, that'd be pretty sweet. You get some nice hammock trees here. Nice sound of water that's not too loud. Pine Creek right there. And you just have to hike that way a little bit, right to Navel Run Road. And it leads right into Slate Run. They have that Hotel Manor restaurant and the Wolf's General store across the bridge. So actually, where we started, where I parked the car, was actually Navel Run Road. If you noticed, it was not so much a trail as like an old road. Turns into a trail, and then a little bit down that way, if I would have crossed Navel Run, eventually would have turned back into that old dirt road and into a more drivable road where you'll start to see houses. We're going the other way though, at least for now. I'm gonna stop talking because there's the trail, getting lost in this little section here. Oh, let's clean up this trash here. 9 times out of 10, these fall out of somebody's pocket by accident. I always pick them up. I always say, gives me good luck on the trail. More, not so much that, but it's bad luck if I don't pick it up, you know? Gotta respect the trail. Ooh, and that Skittles bag had water in it and it's leaking down my leg. Now I've been hiking along Pine Trail here, which is just lovely, nice and flat here. With Pine Creek to my left. Looks like a nice big flat area down here. And I see an old fire pit down there. That tells me it's a pretty good chance it's flat. Now up ahead of me I can hear, which I'm pretty sure is Callahan Run, and there's going to be a trail going off to my right. I think I'm going to go ahead and stay on that, but like I said for that last one, miles back, I'll keep this in mind. I think I want to stream, but as I get closer, maybe I'll take a closer look. So much for my stopping early and really taking my time setting up, but I don't think it's still that late. You know, it's always nicer and easier in the daylight. But I have a good feeling we're gonna find some place before it gets too dark. Yeah, I can just look over there right now and you can tell it's pretty flat. A blue blaze right here I'm walking by. I don't see a trail. But I believe that way is going to be our general direction. Oh, there's a campsite right here. That spot's just screaming, put your tent right here. Boy, that's a nice one. I'm gonna keep moving. I was here years ago, and I cut down Callahan Run off the Black Forest Trail. This was like before YouTube days. Actually, it's one of my like earliest videos ever, and that channel's even gone. But anyway, and I have in my memory that there was like this coolest looking campsite. Now coming this way, it's going to be on the other side of Callahan Run, overlooking the stream. And I tell you what, I daydreamed about that campsite for how many years after? I said, one day I'm gonna go find that. Let's see if we can go find it. And that's not too far behind, and that is definitely a doable campsite and worth going back to if I need to. I didn't check for widowmakers, but we just had a huge storm come through. Actually, there's a tornado watch. A lot of damage, a lot of downed trees around in this area. So I'm sure whatever wanted to come down came down then. Oh, here's our intersection. We're going to continue. We will continue on Callahan Run Trail. Half Dome has been on my radar too. We'll see where this adventure takes us. I'm sure one of my adventures will take me there one day. We got a bit of a climb, and I want to keep my eyes peeled here for that campsite of my dreams. See if it was just in my dreams or if it's real. Now, Half Dome Mountain is right off to my left here, and we're just going around the very side of it. We're barely touching it. And I climbed that once back in my younger days. And that's a funny story. Anyway, yeah, we're just going alongside of it there. It's a monster. It's a monster. Well, what do you think? Not a bad camp find here. Off the trail a little bit. I spotted the chairs and the old ring there, the fire ring, from up there on Callahan Run Trail. Got some nice sitting chairs to sit on and relax, and looks safe enough to me. Awesome. Home sweet home for the night. Got a nice flat lay there. Got a little station back there with nice flat rock to keep my things on and organized. I fixed up the seats here. And there is somebody took the camp right up above me, right where Black Forest Trail meets Callahan Run. It's a nice looking camp. The only reason I didn't take it is because I wanted to be off the Black Forest Trail a little bit. I wanted to be down here on Callahan Run Trail, you know? But yeah, I got some neighbors up there, and you can see the smoke. Now, I do have a nice fire pit. I did clean it up. I probably will have a little fire later, very safely. Just because you're allowed to here doesn't mean it's still not that time of year where all this stuff from last year is still sitting there drying up and there's no fresh stuff growing yet. So it's just a lot of dead stuff. You know, be very careful. It can happen fast. But now it's time for new gear reveal part 1. I switched from the Sawyer Squeeze to the Be Free just for fun. I see a lot of people use these. They seem pretty quick and convenient, so I'm gonna give it a try. This could be my first field test with it. I tried it out at home, it works just fine. So I need water. Let's try it out. So if I go with this, I'm gonna have to get a new bag. I really like that CNOC bag. After I got used to that CNOC bag, I really liked it. They sell ones that fit this, so a 2-liter one of those is definitely going to be a must. So let's go ahead and see the flow rate of this. That is one heck of a flow rate. This here is a 650 ml Toaks titanium. I upgraded a little bit. At home, I went ahead and I dehydrated, it's probably 250 grams or so of dehydrated vegetables. A really huge variety of them too. I kind of copied the recipe from Packet Gourmet for their kicked up ramen. I'm gonna go ahead and add some chicken to that with some ramen tonight in my new titanium pot here. A little larger size than what I had before. Had a nice evening here. Dinner was so-so. I mean, it tasted very good. What I need to do is tweak the volumes of the ingredients a little bit more. I think I have a little too much noodle because it overflowed pretty good. Had a nice fire all night. That's out now. Got some beautiful stars and a nice stream to listen to. Now, something else I got new this year was I went ahead and got the Darn Tough socks. So I now have 3 pairs of Darn Toughs. And that's gonna be my socks I take on every trip, 3 pairs of socks. I think that's a good round number to take. Oh, I'm ready to get a good night's sleep here, right next to Callahan Run. I'll see you in the morning. Boy, what a cold night that was. I really never got warm all night. I almost brought my underquilt for my hammock to put on top of my top quilt tab too. Wish I would have. I didn't get out of the tent for a while. I wanted it to warm up a little bit. Ooh, looks like it's going to be a nice day. I don't know if I need to refluff up the down in my top quilt there. Feel pretty good now though. Slept, pretty decent for the circumstances I was in. But I'm gonna get some coffee now and decide on which route I want to do. I looked over the map last night and I think I decided the route I'm gonna go ahead and do. We'll talk about that once I actually step foot on the trail here. Another upgrade I did this year, instead of using a garbage bag in my backpack to keep my quilt, clothes, and other things that I definitely want to keep 100% dry, I switched to the Navel bag. A lot of people use this and it's very durable, weighs a lot less. I grabbed a 3-pack of them off Lightsmith. Really reasonable price. I decided I am going to take the Black Forest Trail route out, but I got to do a little backtracking here. We're going to go back down Callahan Run Trail, maybe see some different views of the stream from this side, from this direction. For a while here, we're going to be kind of close to it, but we will get up pretty high above it. I could never find that dream campsite that I might have dreamt it, I don't know. But I remember that adventure. I actually bushwhacked Callahan Run all the way down to Pine Creek. It might be down there. I don't know. I'm not doing that today. I'm going to try to do as little bushwhacking as I can this year. Nice waterfall from up here. Now I'm back down along Pine Trail here, right along the Pine Creek. And we're coming across Raisch Trail. Now this is a straight shot right up to Hemlock Mountain. This was another option I had. I could go up to Hemlock Mountain for the views and a lunch, and then I could go back down into Navel Run and hike back out the way I came in. But that's a little more backtracking than I'd like. I'm going to continue on the Pine Trail till it links up again with the Black Forest Trail. There's a lot more views that way, and it'll be a few more miles, but it's a beautiful day out for it. So I'm here just across Navel Run. I was going to do a video of me crossing that, but I ran into some guys hiking out for the day. It's their last day. They're heading down Slate Run now. And this here is the parking lot at the end of Navel Run Road, like I described. We started at the beginning of Navel Run Road up there, and this will lead right into Slate Run. I'm going to jump on this Raisch Trail after crossing Navel Run there, and we're going to go ahead and start the hike up to the Black Forest Trail. Nice classic Black Forest climb here. Has some switchbacks to this though, but we're getting some elevation now. Actually within probably less than a mile now, we're gonna have 3 vistas in less than a mile of travel time. So this whole path I'm taking back out to the car is very view heavy. So that's why I chose this one. Why not? Finally made it up to the top here. Seemed like it took a long time, but been having a nice break. Just kind of off the beaten path here. Black Forest Trail goes that way, but I'm walking out on this ridge. The Black Forest Trails has a lot of these sections where it drops off on one side and on both. It's really fun to walk along these. I saw an old abandoned fire pit a few steps back. Wondering if there's some kind of hidden view over here too. I mean, there's clear trail maintenance here. This was maintained at one point, but there's no trail markers. So this was once a path. I don't know how far I want to go because it's going down now. I walked up enough. And I wonder if it is just to check out these views on the side. Interesting. Look for some old markers too, but I don't see any. Now right over there you can see it. We're looking down into Navel Run. We hiked that edge earlier down below yesterday. That tall peak right there is Half Dome. That's the highest point from water to top here in the Pine Creek area. So now over the next 2 miles before we reach the gas line trail, which is what I'm going to take to get back to the road, we have possibly 5 vistas to check out. And I think the most extensive climb of the trail is over. What I did there. Nice little spot there tucked away. I like little pines right in front of it. That's cool. I mean, I literally just sat down over there. I'm not gonna sit down again yet. Before the last one, I'm gonna sit down and get something more substantial to eat. I've just been kind of just snacking as I've been walking. Right up from the last one, here's another one. Now right down in here is where Slate Run is located. Now if you see way over there, there's a little blue bridge. I crossed that bridge while driving here. And that bridge is leading into Hillborn, and that's right on the Pine Creek Rail Trail. It goes along the other side of the Pine Creek there. Last year, I hiked across that bridge looking for the Hillborn Trail. Couldn't find it. It's like right there. Yeah, I had a viewer of the channel actually correct me on where I went wrong there. The Hillborn Trail was actually right in front of me. I just didn't see it. It was covered up, overgrown a little bit in the beginning of it. And boy, turn into something, but I made it through. It would have been a lot easier if I would have did the right thing. That's why I said earlier, I don't want to do any more bushwhacking this year. I'm gonna take a year off of bushwhacking. I want to put some miles in this year. But yeah, there's Hillborn down there. And Slate Run is kind of hidden by all the trees here. I came to another intersection here. We're here at Gerald Northside Trail, where it could go back down to Pine Creek. Another way up to the Black Forest Trail from Pine Creek. Now the Black Forest Trail is going to take a left here. I think it possibly used to go straight, and there's a view up here called Weber View. I'm going to go off the Black Forest Trail. There's an obvious path going straight up here. It looks like it's going to be more of a climb, but it's a view I think I've never seen. So let's go up that way, and then we'll eventually meet back up with the Black Forest Trail after we get up off this little hillside here. Okay, so this is officially the gas line trail. Well, there's a camp up here, dry camp, and I wonder if the view's over this way. Couple camps. Oh, this is for Bob Weber, I think. Is this where he's buried? No, I didn't know that. Wow. Very cool. Hey, Bob. Thanks for everything you did for us. Looks like the view's out that way. Hiked past this I don't know how many times. Very neat spot. I'm glad I took a detour up here. That's a big view. That's got to be one of the nicest views on this trail. And it's kind of hidden. That's where Bob Weber is buried. And his wife. I see a foundation over here. I don't know if they're building a cabin or it's an old cabin. Now, I might be getting my stories mixed up, but I know his cabin, he had a cabin around here. And I think it might have been taken down. I wonder if this was it. There's another small foundation over here. Let's go check out these remnants over here. Definitely looks like something dismantled. What a neat find. That would have been a sweet place for a cabin. You know, I'm out here exploring some more. And over here, there is a stone foundation, which makes more sense to the story I've heard. I'm wondering if this was the cabin. Now we have right here, it looks like a walkway, stone walkway. It looks like this was a porch to walk up on. And then you enter the house right here. And you have a big room. And then a small room right here, which I'm guessing was probably the bedroom. I put my money on this was his cabin. Pretty fun find. I didn't know I'd be finding this. And just past the Bob Weber site, we have a trail register where we can link back up with the Black Forest Trail. That's where we would have came up if we would have skipped this area. Actually, we're linking back up with it now. The Gas Line Trail, Black Forest Trail goes together. I went ahead and signed the register. There was just somebody here yesterday came out for a day hike. Now we're moving on here. And we're at yet another lookout. This one's looking more southerly direction. We're looking down into Navel Run again. And right down there at the bottom of everything you see over there, that's where Pine Creek is running through. And that's where we were this morning. we're going to be heading that way back to Route 44. And hidden away down the path of this lookout is a little hidden campsite. Moss Hollow Lookout campsite there, huh? Pretty nice flat place there. Nice and soft on that moss. Now this is White Birch Vista, just down the trail. In this direction, we're facing more north. We're looking down into, this is where Slate Run over there, the stream Slate Run runs down into Pine Creek, and the town of Slate Run is over there to my right. I don't see a hidden camp around this vista. That one in Moss Hollow would be kind of neat. I love to walk up and down this path, and you have each side of you, whether you're facing south or north, for like stargazing all evening. Wouldn't that be neat? Now further up here on the Black Forest Trail is going to break off and turn more into a trail, not this gas line trail, but I'm going to stay on this gas line trail. I'm going to take that back towards 44. Well, until next time, BFT, I'll be looking forward to it. So after a pretty easy walk on that gas line trail, Manor Fork Road comes around here and goes up that way. We're on an old grade road here, just a short walk to lead us over to 44 and where I parked the car. That was a pretty fun adventure. I would say, I was thinking if I did it again, I don't think I'd change anything because I kind of just wanted to come up here and hike around. I had no general plan. But to make maybe a more efficient loop out of it, maybe start going the opposite direction I did down the Callahan Run first. I don't know, maybe I'll map it out and put some ideas on the screen or something, but hiked a lot more than I thought I would. I'm telling you what, my legs are feeling it. I got 1 day off and then I'm leaving for a 3-day trip. So this season's kind of starting like trial by fire for me. So I'm gonna get my muscles in shape here. I'm gonna do some stretching at the car. All around good trip. I'm happy with my equipment. My feet feel great, other than my legs being tired. I got to tweak my little homemade chicken ramen meal, but it sure was tasty. I kind of thought maybe I should get the 750 pot, but no, I got the 650, thinking 2 cups and then a few ounces is just enough. So I'm gonna work with that. But yeah, like I said, I got to get home, turn it around and get ready for another trip. So I'm gonna rest as much as I can and eat. Looking forward to a year of this.